Did Rodtang get robbed against Superlek? It has been over a year since these two have fought, and a lot of people still believe that Rodtang should have taken the win over Superlek in this fight. And today we're going to be revisiting and rescoring this fight to ask the question again. Did Rodtang get robbed against Superlek? And we're going to be going round by round and exchange by exchange. And also for context to preface this fight was originally for Rodtang's flyweight Muay Thai title, but Superlek would miss weight by roughly 5 pounds, and because of that, this fight would become a 3-round catchweight bout with no title on the line. And now that we have that added context, let's dive in. Round 1. Now the first minute of round 1 is largely dominated by Superlek, as he immediately started firing right low kicks at Rodtang's leg. And he did this while being mindful of Rodtang's offense, managing to avoid his kicks and his punches. However, Superlek started to employ feints to land his right low kick, but Rodtang would manage to catch Superlek's knee and punish him with the right straight. This didn't deter Superlek, as he immediately fired back with the right elbow and the right low kick. But as we reach the middle of the round, this is where Rodtang really lands his offense well, landing some very nice elbows on Superlek, one of which that cuts up Superlek pretty badly, forcing the doctor to take a look at it, but thankfully he let Superlek continue with the fight. And as the round resumed, Rodtang would continue to find success with his punches and his elbows, really figuring out the range on Superlek. Superlek would return with some elbows of his own, but he'd also default back to his right low kick. And as the round comes to an end, it's pretty safe to say that this is a Rodtang round. Although he landed less strikes than Superlek, he landed the more damaging shots and had a very notable posture of dominance. He didn't start very fast, but he ended very strong, and because of that, 10-9 Rodtang, round 1. Round 2. Now this round would start very quickly as Rodtang immediately starts stalking Superlek, looking for that offense that he got in the first round. However, Superlek would return fire, shooting off his own combinations and doing everything that he can to stop Rodtang's forward momentum, before returning to his low kicking game at the end of the first minute. However, Rodtang would beautifully counter Superlek's right knee with a nice left hook, but Superlek just shakes off the strike and continues firing right knees to the body. And Superlek would counter Rodtang's offense with a left hook to the head and a right knee to the body. But as Superlek came close, Rodtang would return with ferocious elbows. Superlek would proceed to attack from afar, using long boxing and long kicks. Superlek would then proceed an incredible sequence, firing a right knee from open stance, throwing a right elbow immediately after and clinching Rodtang. Letting off a powerful right knee, and as Rodtang broke apart, would fire 2 more right knees from the open stance before finishing with a right elbow, catching Rodtang on the temple, dropping him. Now people like to dispute this knockdown, and I firmly think that's just from fanboyism in all honesty, and because Rodtang recovered pretty quickly. But if you see it on the replay, it's a pretty clear flash knockdown. It doesn't matter if the strike doesn't really hurt you. If he hits you clean with an elbow and you go down, that is a knockdown. As the fight resumes, Superlek continues with his offense, landing yet another knee to the body and a big right elbow over the top that seemed to stun Rodtang again, as you see him leaning on the ropes immediately after he got hit with it. But he recovered quickly and immediately returned fire with his left elbow. But Superlek would step back and he'd go back to his kicking game, kicking low and then kicking high, before resting on Rodtang in the clinch. The two would exchange in the final 10 seconds of the round, with Superlek catching Rodtang with a nice 1-2 at the very end. A clear 10-8 for Superlek. However, if you're one of these people who says that was not a real knockdown, it is still impossible for Rodtang to have won this round, as he landed barely in the offense. So 10-8 for Superlek if we're being fair. However, for the sake of argument, I will also score it as 10-9. Just to prove a point. Round 3. Another fast start, as Superlek would immediately land a jab and a right knee to the body, followed by a right elbow and 2 more knees to the body before getting swept by Rodtang, very beautifully mind you. As the fight continued, Superlek would use a jab to probe distance before firing more elbows and crashing into Rodtang, firing short knees to the body from a double underhook clinch. Superlek would continue to stay pretty long with his attacks and had a good strategy of using head movement to crash into Rodtang, so he could get to that double underhook clinch and fire those knees to the body before being broken up by the ref. Rodtang, privy to his strategy, started spamming left elbows over the top, catching Superlek a couple of times. And as the fighters broke away and Rodtang would give chase, Superlek would again employ head movement to land those knees and get into the clinch to land those knees to the body from the double underhook position. And as the fighters were broken up and brought back to the center, Superlek would land a nice body kick, before using his head movement to escape Rodtang's punches, despite getting caught to the body with a nice straight. Superlek would land 2 more nice knees to the body before getting swept again by Rodtang. Superlek would continue to knee into the clinch, this time privy to the sweep, and would land 2 nice leg kicks at a distance, before again trying to clinch up Rodtang. The two would clinch without much action happening as neither were able to get anything off, and Superlek would land a nice cross to Rodtang's face before again entering the clinch. The two would be broken up again, and Superlek would actually try a right elbow into a left knee combination, neither of which seemed to land. And in the final exchange, it's Superlek that ends up on top, catching Rodtang with a nice overhand right in the left knee before dodging his left hook, ending the fight. Now again, this round is a clear 10-9 Superlek for me, as his volume, variety of strikes, and power of his strikes all outdid Rodtang, who was only able to land a couple of elbows in the clinch and a couple of sweeps. And Superlek, despite being on the back foot, ended the round much stronger than Rodtang, catching him with a big shot to end the fight. And that's why I scored this round 10-9 Superlek. Now, after all 3 rounds, to me it's pretty clear how it goes. Round 1 Rodtang, round 2 Superlek, round 3 Superlek. Meaning no matter how you look at it, it will either be 29-27 Superlek or 29-28 Superlek. The only way Rodtang could have won this fight was with a knockdown, which is why it's always been so perplexing to me that so many people called this fight a robbery when I always saw it as a clear 2-1. And this is where you guys now can either roast me or agree with me in the comments. I am not the authority on Muay Thai. I simply read the rules and I applied it to this fight. And if you want to see a pretty good scoring criteria for Muay Thai, I will be putting a source down below that you guys can read. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I like to read comments, but other than that, I'm super grateful for you guys watching. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.